Historical Reconstruction of Aryan X. Episode 99, The Unification of the World by Qin Sihwangje, Qin Shi Huang, and King Asoka of India. The unification of the world by Qin Sihwangje refers to his seizure of control over the 6 feudal states of the Zhou dynasty that existed during his era. Now, let us re-examine the locations of these 6 states. I said that the Qin dynasty had already become an imperial state when Hyemungun, Lord Hyemun, proclaimed himself king in 325 BC, before Qin Shi Huang. However, even after becoming an imperial state, the Qin dynasty set out to destroy the feudal states it had not yet controlled. It was not that they became emperor after destroying the feudal states, but that they began destroying the feudal states while already being emperor. 1. The fall of the Han state, 230 BC. Finally, the Qin dynasty took its first step toward unifying the world. The ancestor of the Han clan had the surname of the Zhou royal house. It is said that among his descendants, Han Muja, Han Wuzu, served the Qin state and established merits, receiving Han Wan, Han Seng as a fief, and thereby gaining the Han surname. Then, let us verify the connection between the Han state of the Chinese Warring States period and Korean history, and which region it was located in. In Korean geography, the military name of Han Son is called Hanju. Hanwon and Hanju of Korean geography are different ways of marking the same place name. Where was the feudal state Han of the Chinese Warring States period located? The answer lay in Korean geography. Han Myung-hwee, a figure in Korean history. Han Myung-hwee, November 26, 1415 to November 28, 1487, was a civil official, soldier, politician, and maternal relative of the early Joseon dynasty. His Bongguan clan origin is Cheongju. He served as chief state counselor Yeung-ui-jung 3 times from 1474 to 1475. In 1457, he was titled Songdong-gun, and in 1461, he was promoted to Songdong-buwang-gun. The feudal state in Chinese history. In the first year of Han Haewang, King He of Han, 272 BC, the Han army attacked the Yen state. In the 10th year of Han Haewang, 263 BC, when the Jin army attacked the Han army at Taehongsan, Taihong Mountains, and routed them, the governor of Songdong-gun of the Han state offered the land to the Zhou state and surrendered. The feudal state Songdong-gun of Han Myung-hwee in the Joseon dynasty of Korean history and the Songdong-gun were the Han state of the Warring States period in Chinese history are the same place name. In Korean geography, Songdong is a place name of Cheongju. I said that Cheongsu, a region with water in this Cheongju, was where Jin-ip, the place where the Jin dynasty began, was located. The feudal state Han of the Warring States period existed in the place where the Jin dynasty of Qin Shi Huangje began. If you look closely at the map, historical Cheongju lies along the Nirvana River, Yeolbonggong, the Hongong, the Han River that flowed in the Emperor's fortress, leaning against Kumgongsan, Diamond Mountain of the spiritual Pamirs, and must face Halasan, the Yangju-san. It was exactly this place. 2. The fall of the Zhou state, 229 BC. Han, Wei, and Zhou, emerged from the Jin state of Gwan-jung, where the emperor's fortress is located, so they are called the Samjin. In 229 BC, Wang Zhen, the grand general of the Jin dynasty, attacked Handong, the capital of the Zhou state, by the order of Jin Wangjang, King Zheng of Qin, and captured Zhou Chan, the last monarch of the Zhou state. At this time, the crown prince Zhou Ka barely escaped to the land of Dai and proclaimed himself king, but 7 years later in 222 BC, he was captured by the Jin attack. With this, the Zhou state completely fell. Now, let us find the place where the Zhou state of Chinese history existed in Korean poetry verses. I quote a part of Hyangsan Byolgak, which refers to the Pamirs and Kumgangsan. Like the 30,000 elite cavalry of Hongyu, Shangyu, raiding Gyolok, Julu, like the 2,000 red flags of Han Xin seizing Zhou Biak, Zhao Bi, the small house inside the rock, Kumganggul, Gongjang Cave, is wondrous. Gyolok and Zhou Biak, the stages of Hongyu and Han Xin, heroes of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms in Chinese history, were where the feudal state Zhou existed. The author of the Korean poem Hyangsan Byolgak, while passing through the old stage of the historical Zhou state, recalled that time and recited Gyolok and Zhou Biak. This implies that the Zhou state was located in Hyangsan, Kumgangsan, where the Buddha and the great papal court leaned. It is said that after destroying the Zhou state, the Jin dynasty named it Taiwan-gun, Great Place. I said Taiwan was where the great papal court was located. This Zhou state of the Warring States period was indeed the leader of the Xiongnu forces that moved to Europe. 3. The fall of the Wei state, 225 BC. Quoting the encyclopedia, in the 31st year of Huiwang, 340 BC, the three states of Jin, Zhou, and Qi raised armies simultaneously to attack the Wei state. Shangyang, a general of the Jin dynasty, used a trick to capture the Wei general Kong Jia-ong, Prince Ong, raided his army and defeated the Wei army. The Jin dynasty employed Shangyang to advance eastward, seizing the land of Saiha west of the river from Wei state and pushing the border to the Huanghe, Yellow River. Not only did Qi and Zhou frequently invade Wei, but Anyip, the capital of Wei, was close to Jin state, so Wei moved its capital to Daliang. Kong Jia-hek was made crown prince. The capital of the Wei state is called Anyip. The place where Anquok-gun, the grandfather of Qin Shi Huang, was located, also shares the same place name as Anyip, the capital of the Wei state. Among the place names related to the Wei state above, Saiha, Anyip, and Daliang cover the geographical range from Samgaksan, the Triangle Mountain among the 5 peaks, to Seoul, where the great papal court was located. 4. The fall of the Zhou state, 224 to 223 BC. In 223 BC, Jin generals Wang Zhen and Meng Mu captured the capital of Zhou, captured Zhou Wang Bu Chu, and destroyed the Zhou state. I said that the feudal state Zhou of Chinese history was the Oro Bong, 5 old peaks, of Naksan, the far right one among the 5 peaks. The Zhou state was in the Gugong region of Naksan. Looking around the mountain on the far right, there are traces of many rivers flowing. This is the Gugong of the Zhou state. 5. The fall of the Yan state, 222 BC. After the attempted assassination of Jin Wangjang, Qin Shi Huang, by Hiang Ka, Jing Ke, instigated by Crown Prince Dan of the Yan state in 227 BC, the rage of Jin Wangjang must have been tremendous. Having destroyed the powerful states of Han, Zhou, Wei, and Zhou, the Jin dynasty finally invaded the Yan state beyond Yansan, located at a close distance in 222 BC, captured Yanwang He, and destroyed the Yan state. I said that among the emperors of Joseon dynasty, the last dynasty of Korea, the king bearing the name of this Yan state region was Yensan-gun. As seen in the example of Yensan-gun in Korean history, the feudal state Yen of Chinese history was located in the Gwan-jung of Hanyang and Chang'an, where the emperor's fortress was located. The Yen state was located close to the capital of the Jin dynasty. 6. The fall of the Qi state, 221 BC. The country granted to Kang Taigong, the chief of staff of Zhu Wang, was the Qi state. In 221 BC, Qin Shi Huang destroyed even the Qi state. All 6 states that opposed Jin Wangjia becoming emperor were destroyed, and he unified the world. The feudal state Wu was located at the foot of Kumgangsan, and the feudal state Qi was located at the foot of Halasan. The feudal state Qi of Chinese history was indeed Jeju in Korean historical place names. 7. King Asoka of India. But everyone, the history of Qin Shi Huang appearing in history has been manipulated and inserted exactly into current India. Do you know who that existence is? King Asoka, the hero of India, is precisely that existence. The historical content of Qin Shi Huang in Turkmenistan, Central Asia, has been inserted exactly into current India under the name of King Asoka. This was indeed the doppelgänger of history. In the next episode, I will reveal the truth about the fictionality of Alexander the Great, the hero of European history.